that you can't really.
Except if you're going to give Latrell Sprewell some credit, you got to give Oakley some credit, man.
But
Latrell was a
Latrell
bucket.
and over Langston Galloway. I mean, bruh.
Langston Galloway was a bucket.
In college,
He said Mitchell Robinson, bruh. Can like
what
you
did
could,
did he go through all the letters of the alphabet, or
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
who
It
you
was like
used for
some.
J?
Jay was.
He
It was somebody.
said
Let me
some
see.
other. Someone said Lynn or some garbage.
Oh, Jeremy Lin at first, yeah. He said, then he did
I
that
can
like Jeremy
see that.
Lin, but then the actual guy who was
Brunson.
actually said Brunson, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that, or you could go with Starks.
But for K, what he say for K?
Kevin Knox.
Kevin Knox, yeah, not Carl Anthony Towns. And
Damn.
X would have took Kimball Walker.
Yeah, he might have appeared in more games than Knox did.
X said, who you say Keith Van Horn would have been
Yeah,
cooking?
God damn, Keith Van Horn's on the Knicks.
yeah.
God.
Oh boy. Alrighty.
You're about to start out mute.
Already
EA
feeling
Sports
nauseous.
coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field.
I watched this jackass that I called 20 minutes ago probably gonna call back now. Let me just mute.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. In motion goes the tight end. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
And it says tackled by Rashawn Gary.
Right there to hit him.
If I'm not, yeah.
Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback get
Who was in the backfield, not in coverage. So Madden.
And the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
They confirmed that Achilles injury, right?
Yeah, she already has surgery.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. Dances by him. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Walker.
Okay, good defense. Good defense. Good defense.
I thought I
Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest.
Oh, boy.
Right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Glove. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
Bro.
And he got blown up.
Oh, my God.
The 44. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
I see that's why they never get back to block on those punts, though, is because halfway down the field when they're running, they turn around
ready to get this drive underway.
Like a little hitch, but they don't
and
block.
Last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat.
Oh, my God. My screen flickered.
Oh,
thank you. Thank you. And he got hurt. Ha!
And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very
He got hurt.
This team handled it like it was a regular season game. That they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
He got hurt recovering the fumble.
Right down the middle.
What kind of shit is this?
He was hurt on the pass moves.
And recovered the fumble.
The kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Is it adrenaline? How you just not going to block?
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Pacers on a 17-2 run.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Why is that so far left?
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board.
You can tell Garland ain't got no
3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Love.
What? Oh, okay. 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 He can.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react.
I guess because, you know what? It's my fault because I went to possession catch. So he ducked down.
This drive underway. And last time able to
Yep,
get 3.
that's on me, Dan.
They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it.
I had to go get that. I don't know why he only do that.
All the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 34.
It looked like it helped, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But it definitely what I was trying to do.
Score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready up. Come on, set.
From the gun, it's Walker.
Boy, his name is Roach.
Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right
Roach.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10.
Terrell, that's your boy. Todd Jerome.
They'll set up to throw.
Man,
Left side here, that's the tight end.
people are getting bumped. Man, this.
Shy of the 30. Now in this divisional round matchup. That one a 1st down.
Dude, guarding him got bumped on the.
Coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. He'll drop to throw. He completes this to Walker. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Here's Walker.
Oh, that's on me. I fucked
And he's
that
going
up
to press
completely.
this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Walker once more. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Got to hit you in that defense again.
It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also
Honestly, I
had a
didn't think he
catch
was
on his
actually going
drive
to go
as
block
well.
you.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field.
Man, I'm pissed off.
And he gets it done.
The kickoff unit
You
is
said
out on the field,
try
and they will
possession
send
catch it?
this one.
Yeah, and so then he ducked down.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
So that's on me because I'm thinking, all right, but like I shouldn't have been worried about a hit. Yeah, I shouldn't have been worried about a hit. I gotta go get the ball.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have
Oh my God, man!
focus on the interception. Focus on what came before.
Because he was flambéed, but I got hit.
It's not a surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Love now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As he'll kick it away for the second time.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
That's one thing I wish they would add to the game. Special teams.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks
I guess they're already
offense.
home.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back,
And
I'm
of
having
course,
almost a
yep.
physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now he's going to throw deep right side.
That's pass interference.
And that will be incomplete.
What?
Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is
That's
Walker.
on you.
And he will lose yardage on the
absolutely,
play. Back
absolutely.
at his own 19-yard
Damn.
line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
I didn't have too
On
much room to
J.K.
do
Scott
much.
ready to punt it away.
Or like what I wanted to do as far as like a move.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out
Guys,
of bounds.
enough.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him as it is.
We got enough
It'll go as a
there. That's
19-yard
all we
return.
could ask
And the
for.
Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Only getting 4 yards he had designs on that one being bigger.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
To throw now. Here's Love.
What? Why did he throw it like that?
Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
Oh my God!
It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
How are you trying to do it?
For this team to advance, it had to get
I'm trying to throw it. He got cooked on the route and apparently let it inside.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Okay. Okay.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get a now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Okay.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Oh, he went for the fucking play action.
Before being taken down. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Working out of the gun. Love. Pressure comes. He's taken down.
I saw dude got flambéed there, and I didn't even want to take a chance.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime.
Well, overthrowing it gave him more time to get over there.
Oh, yeah.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Going right back to Fant. And he'll be out of bounds across the field. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw.
What?
Oh,
Like
a
a hit.
bad throw there. It's intercepted. 20.
Oh my God, man!
I just need to slow you down.
Oh my God!
First half.
So I'm walking through. I need to slow you
Two
down.
remain. Charles and I return after the break.
I think I got a hit on that. I gotta look at that play again because I wasn't expecting Addison to do that damn double. Oh shit.
Welcome back, Charles and I.
Fuck.
Booth ready for quarter number 3.
Assuming you didn't have any time to go out of bounds.
Trip
So
to the NFC title
I mean,
game.
by the time I
realized it.
Yeah, it's.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Ooh, yeah, what?
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football.
I was surprised that
man
actually let
that
him
hasn't
go.
translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter
getting hurt.
trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the
And
passing
they
game.
paid Jalen Johnson.
Resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Ugh.
3-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
Have to hold on to it.
Down on is the punt team sending this one away. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what
Don't lose the extra yards.
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He underthrew it. It looked like that cat at the end, she got a step on him.
Football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On is the punter Scott here as he
Sit
gets
up
this
over
one
there.
away.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
My lineman is looking back at me.
Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both. And the ball comes
What?
out. Love lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game.
He's
been on the turf a whole
No, I was
lot
not
because
throwing
of
the ball.
sacks. Eventually,
he just got stripped.
something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
I think that's what happened to me in the first quarter.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to throw now on first down. And Walker has it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Stays on his feet. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out. Would not allow him to cut upfield. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Let's go.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Just so you know, I stopped moving my damn controller after the first hit.
Mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
That's a pet peeve of mine. Call me 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Started the Green Bay offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, a nice spin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Play action this time with Love.
Oh, that's where you threw it?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field.
I can't see it.
Yeah, I saw it. Throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen. A completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Straight ahead, Walker. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
15 yards.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game.
The Seahawks on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they'll get him down up past the 15. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. Love looking to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Love from the gun on 3rd down. Here's a diving catch right side. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st
He
down.
wanted to smoke that so badly.
You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
To pass, here's Jordan
Oh,
Love.
God.
That'll be caught. It's
I
Toney.
switched at the last second. That's on me.
Packers. Kadarius Toney.
I think I switched as you snapped it. I'm trying to switch over to somebody on the D-line or some shit.
Well, they needed 3 scores to have any
As far as
chance.
why it switched me way over there, I don't.
Get into the end
That was
zone.
on the left side of the
Brandon, I
field.
think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock.
You caught it.
Get me out of this fucking game, man.
On the deflection.
Okay. Okay, man. Get me out of this fucking game, man. You get rewarded for that foolishness. Dude, get me out of here, man. Like, yo. I'm done.
This game is a hash.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Hash.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Love. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Love. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Love from the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. And they take a knee.
Let's go.
Absolute joke.
That's why I don't know what to say about that. This game is ass.
You threw the worst. You threw to the worst possible person, and you still got a touchdown after that.
Yeah.
Thought you was going underneath to that like drag that was wide.
No business throwing that up 2 scores, and you get rewarded for that. Like zero business.
What made it worse is the replay.
Oh yeah, like no,